Hi, my name is Boxez-Red, and I just completed my first Pokemon Nuzlocke. The game I played was Pokemon Leaf Green, the first Pokemon game I ever played. The rules of a Nuzlocke are both simple and complicated. I will go over the basic ones I used. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe. This is my first video and I want a strong start. The three basic rules in all Nuzlockes are: any Pokemon that faints is considered dead and must be released. I may only catch the first wild encounter in each area, and I must nickname all my Pokemon. A rule I changed in the middle is that I may only use Pokemon I caught myself. I changed this rule to be that I may only use Pokemon that I have named myself. Here are the rest of the rules I used. The game started as any other. I named myself Boxes, and my rival Sully. For my starter, I chose Bulbasaur, for an early lead in gyms. I decided to name him Behemoth, as Venusaur is pretty good at standing in front lines. Sully challenged me to a fight that I lost, but I do not think the challenge starts until I get Pokeballs, so this defeat was the only one. After my defeat, I ran to Viridian City and got Oak's parcel. Then I returned it to Oak. After that, I caught my first Pokemon, Isaac the Rattata. My second Pokemon was Rattata, which I skipped. Then I encountered a Mankey I named Hashtag, because the angry symbol looks like a hashtag. On Route 2, I encountered a Weedle I named Pointy. Before going to Viridian City, I leveled up Pointy to level 7 to evolve it into a Kakuna. When I went into Viridian Forest, I encountered a Caterpie I named Wikipedia because it is just as reliable. After entering Pewter City, I challenged Brock. His battle was easy. I one-shotted both his Pokemon. The first trainer on Route 3 brought Behemoth to level 16, evolving him into an Ivysaur. Sadly, Pointy, my Kakuna, died in battle to a rapping Ekans. RIP. On the upside, I caught a Pidgey I named Fearoz OG, in all caps. Fearoz for short. At the end of Mount Moon, I took the Dome fossil. Sorry, I just like Kabutops better. On Route 4, I caught a Spearow I named Survivor because it survived a crit on 1 HP. I decided to get Wikipedia to level 10 and evolve it into a Butterfree, but first a Metapod, then a Butterfree. After Wikipedia evolved, I challenged Misty. Misty was also easy. Just a few Vine Whips to her first Pokemon, and her second Pokemon was easy as well. Sleep Powder and 2 Vine Whips to the name Starmie. As I went up to Nugget Bridge, I encountered my rival, Sully, who challenged me to a battle. His first 2 Pokemon were easy. His Charmander was also easy. It took 1 Gust, a Mega Punch, and a Karate Chop. His Abro was the easiest, just taking 1 Hyper Fang. On Route 25, I caught a new Weedle, which I named Tungsten for some reason. I am only realizing it now, but Isaac is a girl. Well, whatevs. This is a new age, so Isaac can be a girl. While going through Route 25, Isaac died to a double-kicking Nidoran. Goodbye, our short but long friend. As I was leaving Cerulean City, an ironic thing happened. Survivor died to a critting Machamp. On Route 5, I caught a Meowth I named Gold. In Vermilion City, I caught a Magikarp I named Pitbull, but Eobius stopped working while I was in the bag. I got on the SS Anne and fought my rival. But during his battle, Behemoth died to a crit confusion. Oh, the Titan has fallen so far. After Behemoth died, I rubbed the captain's back, and he gave me the move Cut. Then I added Pitbull to my team, leveling him up to level 20 to evolve into a Gyarados. In Diglett's cave, I caught a Diglett I named Dip Down. On Route 10, I caught a Sandshrew I named Claws. Before going into Rock Tunnel, I replaced Tungston with Dip Down. Inside Rock Tunnel, I caught a Geodude I named Float, which killed Wikipedia. Rock Tunnel would have been hard, but I taught Gold Flash. Inside Rock Tunnel, Hashtag evolved into a Primeape. On Route 8, I caught a Vulpix I named Ponyta, because Ponyta was below it in the Pokedex. I picked up the Eevee in Celadon City and named it Boltic. Then I evolved it into a Jolteon. On Route 16, a Doduo killed Gold. Inside the weird big building, I got the tea from the grandma. I entered the grass gym and swept all the trainers with my over-leveled cereal brand. All the trainers brought Fearo's OG to level 36, evolving him into a Pidgeot. Then I challenged Erica. All her Pokemon were one-turn kills. Except her Vileplume, which survived a wing attack on low HP and got a stun spore off. Then I would either miss or Erica would use a Hyper Potion. I never got 2 hits off. I think Erica ran out of Hyper Potions because eventually I got 2 hits off. But it took 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4 attacks, 5 attack. It took 6 whole attacks. Stupid Vileplume. Then I realized, wait, I didn't defeat Surge. But I was too lazy to go through Rock Tunnel. Then I ran into the casino, beat up the Team Rocket Grunt, and went into the hideout. Inside the hideout, Tungsten died to his self-destructing coughing. You know, looking back, most of the deaths were not because of skill or bad planning. They were mostly crits or stupid stuff, like self-destruct. Goodbye, my multiple Weedles. See you again in the next life. I decided to evolve Ponyta, the Vulpix, into a Ninetales, which was the worst mistake ever. Ninetales doesn't learn any level up moves. I made it all the way through the hideout, even doing that stupid spinny puzzle. Like, nobody likes that. I made it to Giovanni. His Onix took 1 Brick Break. So did his Rhyhorn. And his Kangaskhan, all 1-hit KO'd. I started grinding, then I realized that, oh wait, I could have been catching a Meowth. To get back to Surge's gym, I gave the guard to Saffron City tea. I went to Surge's gym, and I did that stupid puzzle. Okay, it's just as bad as the spinny puzzle, maybe even worse. After completing the puzzle, I challenged Surge. His battle was easy. I just used Dig or Magnitude. Sometimes I had to switch though. After a quick Raichu kill, the Thunder Badge was mine. Inside the Pokemon Tower, I fought Sully, sweeping his whole team with Boltic and Fearos. Gyarados, more like Schmeridos. I got revenge on that stupid Kadabra who killed Behemoth, my starter. Burn in the afterlife. One-shotting him with a wing attack. Sully's Charmeleon was also easy, only taking 2 hits. In the Pokemon Tower, I caught a Ghastly I named Chocala, which I promptly replaced Ponyta with. Yes, I just realized that it's not Ponyta, it's Ponyta. After going through the Pokemon Tower and defeating some Team Rocket grunts, I got the Pokeflute from the old man. On Route 12, I killed a Snorlax. Also on Route 12, Dip Down died to a Voltorb with Explosion. Goodbye, our burrowing little buddy. While training, Chakala died to an escape pursuit. RIP! In the Safari Zone, I caught a Nidoran, and I got Surf. In Celadon City, I caught a Grimer I named Mort. I do count cities as new areas. Mort soon evolved into a Muck, but his moveset was trash. He had Minimize, Magic Armor, Screech, and I think Sludge. In Viridian City, I caught a Slowpoke I named Vaccine because it would cure all the poison types, which I grinded to level 37 to evolve into a Slowbro. After Mort and Vaccine evolved, I felt ready for Koga's gym, and I challenged it. Halfway through I realized, wait, you can see on the ground which blocks are walls and which aren't by the white boxes on the outside. After going through the gym, I challenged Koga. His first Pokemon, Coughing, was my setup Pokemon. I continued to use Amnesia to increase Vaccine's defense. Then, instead of me having to kill it, it just used self-destruct. Then his Muck came out. It was super annoying. I used Confusion, then Hyper Potion, then Confusion, but I kept missing because it used Minimize. But eventually, the Muck went down. Though his second Coughing was a piece of cake, I just one-shotted it. For his Wheezing, I lowered its accuracy by 2 stages with Flash. Then I lowered Wheezing's defense by 6 stages with Mort. Then, swapping into Fearo's OG, I won with 1 wing attack. A happy win. Thus, the Soul Badge, which should totally be called the Heart Badge, was mine. After beating Koga, I finally went to the dojo in Saffron City, easily beating all the black belts and the dojo master. Of the 2 Pokemon behind the dojo master, I took neither, because they're both gift Pokemon. On Route 19, I started my surfing journey right below Koga's gym. After going through Route 20, I got to the Seafoam Islands. In the Seafoam Islands, I caught a seal. From Pallet Town, I surfed to Cinnabar Island. On Cinnabar Island, the only important things were the Pokemon Mansion and the Cinnabar Gym. Inside the Pokemon Mansion, I caught a Coughing I named Devil, after Koga's Wheezing. I also jumped into a pit and found the Cinnabar Gym key. After getting the secret key, I ran straight into the Cinnabar Gym. As the absolute genius I am, always in school, here's the proof. I got all the questions right. But I decided to fight the gym trainers anyway. Please don't tell my mom I got that one wrong. When I got through, I challenged Blaine. All of his Pokemon were either 1 or 2 shots, except his Arcanine. Growlithe down. Ponyta down. Rapidash down. His Arcanine was special. I used Hydro Pump, and it didn't do amazing, but he hyper potioned. Then I realized it took the same number of surfs as it did hydro pumps to kill him, so I just used surf. Arcanine down. My beautiful Gyarados Pitbull had swept all of Blaine's team, getting me the Volcano Badge. After leaving the gym, Bill asked me to go to some random islands, but I said no, because we got no time for that in this town. Sorry to anybody if I insulted with that accent. I had no idea where to go, and then I realized, wait, there's a gym in Saffron City that I can unlock by beating Team Rocket. So I went into Silphco. During one of the battles, I realized, wait, my team's like 10, 20 levels higher than all of my opponent's Pokemon. Am I supposed to do this before Cinnabar or something? After the realizing, I fought my rival. He was easy. His Pidgeot took 2 hits from Voltic. His Gyarados took 1. His Execute took 1 Aerial Ace. His Alakazam took 1 Fly. And his Charizard was 2 flies from victory. After beating Sully, I collected the gift Lapras, which I plan to release, as no gift Pokemon are allowed. After getting through Silphco, I challenged Giovanni. As I was over-leveled, his battle was easy. His Nidorino took 1 dig. His Kangaskhan took 3 digs. His Rhyhorn took 1 surf. And his Nidoqueen took 2 surfs. Dang, does doing things in the wrong order always give such good results? I mean, I know in my first playthrough I did it in the wrong order, but I didn't know weird. After crushing Giovanni, I went into the Psychic Gym. I felt prepared, as I was over-leveled and Gyarados knew Bite. Because I don't like that stupid maze, I decided to map it out before I actually battled Sabrina. And I found something interesting. You may have noticed while I show you this, a pattern. That is that you should always go to the opposite teleport pad that you ended up on. By that I mean, just go right or left, depending on if you're on the right side or the left side. Don't go up and down. No more education. Onto the fight. She was really fast. I just swept her whole team with Bite or Surf. Her Alakazam was a problem, though. It brought my special attacking Gyarados to yellow instantly. But everyone should know Psychic is weak to Bird. So I used Fly to one-shot the Alakazam. After defeating Sabrina, I flew to Viridian City and challenged Giovanni's gym. After going through his gym puzzle, I made it to Giovanni. His first Rhyhorn took 1 surf. His second Rhyhorn also took 1 surf. His Dugtrio also took 1 surf. His Nidoqueen took 1 Hydro Pump. His Nidoking also took 1 Hydro Pump. It feels kinda right that the Nido-King and Nido-Queen died at the same time, just like a real monarchy. Except for instead of hydro pumps, it's assassinations. The battle was hard. Or who am I kidding? It was really easy. I stayed at max HP the whole time. The Earth badge is mine. The journey was long. And I did a bunch of stuff in the wrong order. Here's the order I did them in. First Brock with the Boulder badge. Then Misty with the Cascade badge. Then I skipped to Erica with the Rainbow badge. Then, remembering Surge, I got the Thunder badge. Then I fought Koga, getting me the Soul badge. Skipping again, I beat Blaine, giving me the Volcano badge. Returning to Sabrina for the Marsh badge. Then, finally returning to Viridian City for the fight with Giovanni for the Earth badge. As I walked down Victory Road, I was confronted with my rival, Sully. Sully challenged me to a battle. His first Pokemon was Pidgeot, which Pitbull took care of with 2 Hydro Pumps. His second Pokemon was Rhyhorn. His Rhyhorn took 1 Surf to kill, due to 4 times weakness. This brought Pitbull to level 51. His third Pokemon was Execute, which Pitbull did more than have to with Bite. But Execute got the Stun Spore off. While Execute was charging Sun, Pitbull killed it with a Bite. I even got a crit. Execute, more like Exa-dead. His fourth Pokemon was Alakazam, an evolved version of the devil himself, Kadabra. Alakazam took little damage from Bite, so I swapped into Fearo's OG, because like I have stated before, Bird is super effective against Psychic. Fearo's OG killed Alakazam with 1 fly. His fifth Pokemon was Gyarados, which died in 1 Shockwave from Voltic. Or it would have, but Gyarados survived on low HP. 1 quick attack was not enough to kill, so I used 2. His sixth and final Pokemon was his starter Charizard, who had wronged me at the beginning of the game. Fearo's Fly did little damage, and Charizard's Flamethrower brought Fearo's to yellow. This forced me to switch into Pitbull. The first Surf from Pitbull brought Charizard to red. The second Surf killed. Thus the victory was mine, and Sully was so beat up he had to run away. To get to Victory Road, I had to show each of the guards my badges. Victory Road took so long. This is when I started. This is already edited down, but the important part is that I started Victory Road at 10 minutes, 46 seconds, and yes, I did use the speed up button. I ended Victory Road at 23 minutes, 49 seconds, 13 minutes later, and I was using the speed up button. After healing and getting ready, I challenged the Elite Four. Looking at my team, I realized I was low level, so I leveled my whole team up to level 50 or higher. Then I went into the Pokemon League. Lorelei was first. For her battle, I started with Voltic, because most of her Pokemon were weak to Electric. Her Dugong was kind of annoying. I brought it down to half HP with 1 Shockwave. Then it set up Hail while I brought it to red with another Shockwave. I used Quick Attack hoping for the kill, but Lorelei used a full restore. Quick Attack did less than expected. Then I used 2 Shockwaves, bringing Dugong down to 1 HP. While her Dugong brought Voltic down to red HP with Ice Beams. I just used Quick Attack and killed Dugong, taking First Blood. I think she only has 1 healing item. Her Cloyster was a piece of cake. It got 2 Protects off, which was annoying, but I was able to bring it to 1 HP with Shockwave. Then Lorelei did not use Protect, and I used Quick Attack for another kill. Her Slowbro was easy too. 1 Shockwave brought it to yellow. The second Shockwave killed, giving me a 3rd kill. Her Lapras was trouble. Voltic did little damage with Shockwave, and Hashtag died in 2 hits. So I used the stupid strat. I swapped into Mort and used Minimize. Then I used Toxic and waited. I was worried about her Jinx because it could do super effective damage to Mort, so I just gave it Toxic. Then, while her HP was red, I swapped to Pitbull and killed her with Bite. Thus, I had defeated the first member of the Elite Four and had moved on to Bruno. But we don't talk about him. Or should we silence him? Who knows? Bruno was second. I started with Pitbull because he resisted fighting type attacks and did super effective damage against his 2 Onixes. His first Pokemon was Onix, which died in 1 Surf. His Hitmonchan took a Surf, another Surf, and a Hydro Pump to kill. I was worried about his Machamp, so I switched to Fearows. His Machamp did a lot of damage with Cross Chop, and stupidly landed every single one. So I switched to Pitbull, while his Machamp bulked up 6 times. For some reason, when Bruno's Machamp was at 1 HP, instead of using Rock Tomb, Bruno used Scary Face, so I just killed him with a Bite. Compared to his Machamp, his Hitmonlee was easy. He missed his first Mega Kick and didn't even do half with his second, while Surf did a third of his HP. After using 2 more Surfs, I was able to take him out. His second Onix just took 1 Surf. With Onix defeated, I had defeated Bruno, letting me go to Agatha. Agatha was third. I started with Fearows to get the immunity from Normal type to Ghost. Her first Pokemon was Gengar, and it kept using Double Team, and I had Aerial Ace, a move that always hit, so I just used Double Team to get to +6 evasion. It took just 3 Aerial Aces to kill the Gengar. Her Golbat was no problem either. A crit fly brought it down to yellow, and the second fly killed. Arbok was the same as Golbat, but I wanted to save Fly PP, so I used Aerial Ace for the second attack. It took 2 Aerial Aces. Her second Gengar was a real pain. My Flies and Aerial Aces did less because of Arbok's Intimidate, and it was an all-around bulkier Gengar. But it did eventually fall, wasting most of my Aerial Ace PP. Her Haunter was annoying, but it wasn't even the Haunter's fault. It landed a Hypnosis on +6 evasion, and I missed so many flies. Eventually, Haunter did fall to a very unneeded crit fly. With that, I had defeated Agatha, leaving me 1 trainer before my final battle. After beating Agatha, I called my grandmother and was like, I just beat up another old lady. You know, Lance has a really grandiose walkway. Lance is the 4th and final Elite Four member. His only Pokemon not weak to Pitbull was Gyarados, and I was pretty sure he started with it, so I started with Voltic. I was right, his Gyarados was first, and only took 2 Shockwaves to kill. When he showed his Dragonair, I switched into Pitbull. 4 Twisters and 1 Bite were able to kill it. His Aerodactyl brought Pitbull to 6 HP, but Pitbull did more than half with Surf. But then, Aerodactyl landed a crit Hyper Beam, killing Pitbull. Goodbye, my savior, trusted friend. A moment of silence, please. Then I switched into Boltic, which killed Aerodactyl with the shockwave, but again, this idiot was so sad he forgot to record it, so just take my word for it. For his Dragonair, I swapped into Fearows and got up 3 double teams. While his Dragonair was using Outrage, Fearows was using a quick attack, but eventually I took it out. I used the same strategy as his Dragonair for his Dragonite, except for instead of using quick attack, I used Fly. Eventually I won, with a sad win. I had made my way to the champion, Sully, my rival. At this point, my team was way underleveled, so this battle was going to be hard. After going into the champion chamber, I fought my rival. His first Pokemon was a Pidgeot, which I killed with 2 shockwaves. His second Pokemon was Rhyhorn, which I switched to Claws for. Claws easily tanked a Rock Tomb and did more than half with Earthquake. Just 2 Earthquakes beat the Rhyhorn. His third Pokemon was Executor, which I switched to Fearows for. Then I set up 6 double teams. Then I used Fly, which did the same as Aerial Ace, so I kept using Aerial Ace. But he would heal Executor at low HP, so I tried to drain his full restore pool. But eventually he stopped using full restores, and that's when I got the kill. His fourth Pokemon was Alakazam, which did more than half with Psychic. While he set up Future Sight, I did more than half his HP with Fly. His Future Sight failed because I had too many double teams set up. Then I killed it with a final Fly, ending the life of that evil Alakazam once and for all. Whichever kid turned into that Abra that evolved into that Alakazam definitely deserved it. His fifth Pokemon was a Gyarados. Trusting the double team strat, I stayed in. Fly did little damage because of Intimidate and Bulk, so I used Aerial Ace. I got no idea how many Aerial Aces it took to kill the Gyarados, but it took a lot. His last Pokemon was his starter, Charizard. Sticking with my gut, I stayed in with Fearows. In the battle, I learned Charizard had Aerial Ace, which means it could hit me even though I had double team set up, but it didn't use it very often. Against his Charizard, I also used a lot of Flies and Aerial Aces, but it wasn't because he had bulk, it was because he still had full restores. But eventually, he stopped using full restores, and I was able to take the Charizard out. I had finally beaten Sully for the last time, and earned my spot as the Pokemon League champion. Then Professor Oak came in and bashed his son, saying he was a disappointment and he didn't love his Pokemon. Side note, I really like how they use the music in Pallet Town in the Hall of Champions. Here is the ending team. Hashtag the Primeape caught on Route 22. Boltic the Jolteon given in Celadon City. Claws the Sandslash caught on Route 9. Fearows OG the Pidgeot caught on Route 3. Mort the Muck caught on in Celadon City. Pitbull, my dear Pitbull, the dead Gyarados, caught in Vermilion City. Only one Pokemon is missing / dead from this roster. Gyarados, Pitbull, you are a true ally. Thanks for watching, I guess. And like I said in the beginning, don't forget to subscribe. Before you go, why don't you look at all the Pokemon that killed off my Pokemon, the evil villains, and the great losses that they killed? And at the end, I'll include my team with some pictures. Oh yeah, I made them, of course.